Stray can be called as one of the most popular games in the video game community, especially because of the video game streamers. This game has gained so much attention. How much space is there in the game industry? So the popularity of this Stray game and its open-ending Stray 2 game. Most people think that they will make room for each other. Speculations and rumors about it have been spread all over the video game industry, so today we are preparing for the possibility of a Stray 2 game. New developers join the video gaming industry, which has assets of billions of dollars, and some of them are successful. Some are appointed and move forward, and some fail and leave this industry. Those new game developers often try to imitate highly acclaimed video games. It means that the first goal of a game developer who is newly joining the industry is to create a clone game of a popular game. Therefore, we have seen a lack of new concepts from new developers joining the video gaming industry. It is correct to say that the season is a time when the lack of new concepts in this industry is strongly felt. A new game by a new person who broke all the barriers and thought beyond the limits is selling breaking revenue records these days. It is the Stray game. First of all, the concept of this game comes during a conversation between Colas Koola and Vivian Merment. At that time, these two were working at Ubisoft Montpellier in France. As a result, these two start a new game studio, that is the Blue 12 Studio, so in 2015, the work of this game starts under the codename HK Project and Blue 12. When they started the game, they wanted to get lost in an extremely complex city, to build a story of a mold. Because of this, they create several replicas of cities, but in the end, it is the replica they built for this HK project based on a real complex settlement in the world that captivates both of them. The real place used to create this city is the Kowloon Walled City. A part of China becomes a British colony in 1841 with the acquisition of Hong Kong Island. After that, in 1860, China decided to hand over the peninsula adjacent to Hong Kong Island in China to Great Britain. That area was called Kowloon Walled. The British, who did not stop there, took over another part of the inland part of this Kowloon Walled Peninsula from China under the tax system for 99 years. In 1898, there was an old Chinese military fort in the part that was taken over under the tax system. In this fort, the people of Hong Kong and China decided to provide the opportunity to live. It didn't take long for this Kowloon Walled City to become one of the most populated areas in the world with a complex network of buildings built very close together. Later, Great Britain works to establish this area as an autonomous region and name it as Hong Kong. As the Hong Kong government had calculated in the 1980s, more than 50,000 people lived in the area of 6.4 acres called Kowloon Walled City. In 1987, the Hong Kong government decided to remove this city because it was an obstacle to future development. Due to the controversial situation, the demolition of the Kowloon Walled City began in March 1993 and was almost completed by April 1994. So at the same time, the end of one of the world's strangest plots happened. Even today, the land where this Kowloon Walled City was located has become a place that has won the attraction of tourists going to Hong Kong. So here the map of the game is built based on the complex buildings of the old Kowloon Walled City. You know that Stray is popular today because the complexity of this city fits the story very well. So, Blue 12 tried to find a publisher for the game where the map is also created in this way, because no one thought that this kind of concept would become popular. So they were not given a chance. But American game publishing company Annapurna Interactive is presenting for this. They are usually a game publisher that gives more attention to publishing games of new game developers like this. So the harmony of these two parties is announcing this project called Stray, a PlayStation 5 game on June 12, 2020, from the Reveals event. This game became very popular from the very first announcement. Especially the concept and the combination of colors attracted many people to it. After that, 11 months ago, Annapurna Interactive worked to unveil the first gameplay trailer of the Stray game. After that, it is correct to say that the number of fans of Stray doubled and tripled, and the number of people who added this game to their wish list on the PlayStation Store and Steam platform increased day by day. After that, this Stray game, which was postponed on several occasions, was released on July 19, 2022 for PlayStation and PC. Within a very short time after its release, this Stray game became a game that won love all over the world, especially among video game streamers and their followers. In Stray, we have to give life to the role of a mold living in the forest 7 million years after all the people on Earth have become extinct due to an epidemic that is spreading all over the world. While playing with his 3 friends, this cat accidentally falls down a cliff and ends up in a city built 7 million years ago before the extinction of man. Today, the Earth has become a city that we have hidden inside. Even though there are no people in this city, various robots and artificial intelligences created by humans are living without survival. According to our speaker, a special active artificial intelligence is found in this city. Actually, this artificial intelligence is the mind of a scientist who lived during the development of mankind. So this artificial intelligence enters a robot and the robot is called B12 in the game. The gameplay of Stray is based on the journey of the speaker cat. It is correct to say that this Stray game became popular due to the challenging nature of the journey by solving various puzzles and overcoming obstacles. Rumors have started circulating in the media that due to its popularity, a second version of Stray is going to be developed. There are several reasons for that. The first is the popularity of this game. If Blue 12 and Annapurna decide to use this popularity and develop a second game here as a Stray sequel, it will be a timely and wise decision for them to make. Due to this popularity, the second Stray will definitely be sold, breaking the revenue records. Also, this is the first game of an indie developer, and when the first game is popular in this way, it is easier to take forward the popular concept than to develop a game for a new idea. This prompted Blue 12 Stray to create a second one. The other factor that creates a second Stray is the end of the game. At the end of the game, we are left with two main questions. One is what happened to the three friends of our protagonist. At the end of Stray, our protagonist comes out of the city and travels to the jungle, but he does not meet his group. Surely this must be an ending created with a purpose. The aim is to create a second Stray where our protagonist can build a wonderful story about the journey to find these three companions. The most likely thing here is that these three friends went to find their friend who was falling into the cliff and fell into the cliff. Through that, Blue 12 gets the opportunity to bring the old map back to the fore. Therefore, our speaker will undoubtedly have to go back to the underground city to find his companions. The other problem at the end is what will happen to the fate of B12. The artificial intelligence B12 gives our speaker all the knowledge he has, and the city opens the doors to take that knowledge to the outside world and becomes completely silent. But at one point at the end of the Stray we can see a small light appears and disappears. The idea is that this B12 has been activated again. Most likely, it could be a hint for the next game. So based on all these facts, we think that Blue 12 Studios will try to create a second Stray. And don't forget to mention your thoughts about Stray below and subscribe us. See you in another video.